I'm here on an incident in a police report that was filed on Mark Fitzgerald in my neighborhood. Mr. Fitzgerald, you verbally harassed a neighbor while walking the street with her dog and a friend and another neighbor. It became, when she told you she no longer wished to get, she didn't wish to involve this, talk to you at all, you continued your harassment of her, to the point that she was so distraught she had to call the police and report it. And it has been reported and is in the police report. Now, during that conversation with her, you yelled out, "Where is Donna Stiles? Where is Donna Stiles?" She started the petition, okay? And you also singled out the neighbors by saying you signed a petition. What's your beef with me? That is intimidation, and I think, Ms. Gross, you can sympathize that when you're out in the public and someone attacks you, whether in a restaurant, walking the street, verbally, and the police have to be called, and then he attacks other people who signed a petition. This is verbal abuse. This is wrong. And Mr. Fitzgerald, the neighbors that you spoke to were in their 80s, and you went to them and said, you signed a petition, what's your beef with me? These people are in their 80s. They were bewildered, didn't know what to say. The same as the person you attacked and they told you they didn't want to engage. And by calling my name, you brought me into this. I got phone calls from my neighbors saying, Donna, call the police, call the police. Mark Fitzgerald is looking for you. Never heard of such a thing. Neighbors called me that night saying, Donna, I can't go out in the neighborhood anymore. I won't go out in the daytime. I can only go out at night. I'm scared to walk my dog because he's picking on people who signed the recall petition and I don't want to be engaged. So these neighbors, as Ms. Rose says, were quite fearful and had every reason to be. I do not wish to be engaged with you on the street or in my home. So I came here tonight to ask you, what do you want with me, Mr. Fitzgerald? What is it you want?
You flatter yourself. I do not ever recall.
Oh my God.
You may not recall it, but if you listen to the police tapes and the video, you will hear that name called.
There's not one thing that you said tonight that's been accurate.
Have you checked the police record? Sir, it is on record.
Let's talk about that. How did that all come about?
You came home one night and accosted a neighbor. That's how that came about.
I posed a question to a neighbor.
You didn't post a question. You yelled from your car. It's in the police report.
No, I'm not a yeller.
You are
yelling. Where did this all begin? Mr. Braun, you and I had a conversation on this. As I recall, there was a councilwoman that was involved in it, correct?
Councilwoman.
Related to
this incident.
A councilwoman? My neighbor is not a councilwoman. She was walking her dog with a neighbor.
I was made aware of the situation by a councilwoman, yes.
And how did that councilwoman, Ms. Bailey, get involved in that?
It's public record.
It's my understanding that constituents had called her to indicate that there had been an incident, and she asked me to confirm it, and at that point I was unable to do so until I talked to the police chief.
Okay. And was there ever any complaint issued?
Yes, there is a complaint.
Was there ever any
Never
police
charged.
complaint issued at the chief of police sitting?
You're going to have to ask the chief of police. I haven't seen one, but I have asked.
Sorry, Sean.
Mayor, is that a question?
That's correct.
Okay. Our officers responded to a call. They determined that there was no criminal offense and no criminal complaint filed.
Thank you very much.
They didn't have charges.
What about them clapping? Aren't they out of order?
You can listen to yourself. It's a public record. You can pull it up and you
I
can
have
listen to
listened
what's
to it.
said. You should feel very ashamed then.
Well,
Because neighbors in Brandywine do not deserve to be
you
accosted by
actually
the
should
neighbor.
be very ashamed because many of those same people who you are alluding to told me that they were told the reason they signed that petition was to stop development at Brandywine, and you circulated it. So where's your credibility
They
now?
were told that we need clarity, we need transport, we need to know what's going on. We never said we could stop it. That's ridiculous. No one stops progress, Mr. Fitzgerald, but we do have the right to know what's going to be built there and have a
You
safe.
concede you didn't give accurate information when you asked those
I
people
did
to
give
sign those
accurate
petitions.
information.
Your time's up.
I did.
Sandwich entry.